the largest AIDS conference on Earth, takes place every 2 years. People travel from all over the world just to be there. Why? Because it isn't just about research. It's about human rights, sexuality, politics, and even culture. I'm Mark S. King, and I'm blogging from AIDS2010 in Vienna. Welcome back. This is day 5, the final full day of AIDS 2010. You know, I've been thinking to myself how to describe what this experience has been like, and all I can think about are the different people from around the world and the advantages that I have that they do not. I don't know where to begin, except maybe on that subway station when I met the women from Africa. You know, here were these smiling faces of these women who my friends probably make more in a day than they make in a year. The disparity of income that way. The people that I've met from Africa and Afghanistan, for whom life is a daily struggle, not just their disease, their life in general, but certainly they're living with HIV. I think about Frank, the man I met from Malawi, who makes his living as best he can by giving people a ride on his bicycle. He was here at the conference because he got a scholarship, because he's involved in an HIV prevention program. And he did not seem very enthusiastic about going back home again. Have you ever been to Vienna before?
It's my first time in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I like too much. So if you can able to take me in your home country.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to visit any country.
You're ready to go?
Yeah.
You're going to take AIDS 2010 hosted 20,000 people this week, and they spent $2.7 million on scholarships and travel and meals so that 900 people from developing countries could be here, so that they could have a voice, so they could talk about what experiences they're having back in their countries. I mean, that was invaluable. I spoke to the chair of AIDS 2010 about the importance of every voice being heard.
HIV is about bringing the lower bottom of our world up. And when people say there cannot be health for all, we think HIV will deliver health for all, but there can be health for all if there is no other issues being resolved. Quality with regards to access to food and drinking water and education. We need to fix this world, and fixing AIDS is only a catalyst to fix everything else.
I sat down with 2 scholarship recipients, and I asked them why they were here and how the conference benefits from their participation.
They've tried to get youth from around the world to join the Vienna Youth Force journalism team.
Yes.
To give a youth perspective, pretty objectively. So they've tried to, make sure it's like representative of all around the world. So there are 2 of us here from the Caribbean.
My purpose here is to give people the awareness that there are diaspora groups, African groups that are active in Germany that really want to do their own, to have a voice of their own, because we've realized that a lot of activities are taking place covering Africans living in Africa, but not Africans in the diaspora or the black groups in the diaspora. We would have never been afforded to buy a plane ticket to come here, although Düsseldorf and Vienna is just around the corner for us. So now they're going to know from what we've presented exactly what are the Africans or the blacks thinking about themselves when they hear HIV and AIDS in the diaspora. And I think that is something that is relevant, and I guess that is also why they gave us, or we won the scholarship to be here.
The successes that we're finding now from the fight against AIDS are being reaped from young people. And so that now really puts into perspective the need for greater funding towards a youth-led approach. So us being here, I think the older heads, so people who are more mature and with control over the funding will realize that you need a youth perspective. That is where you're going to win this battle, and you need to engage us. We need to be a part of the decision making. So I think bringing that approach, that kind of practical approach with a journalism background as well, adds something to this conference.
I felt so fortunate. I felt grateful to be able to come to a Vienna. And that's the feeling that I had the first day that I was here. And this being the last day, I feel grateful that I am going home to where I'm going home to. Because for so many people here at this conference, home is a very difficult place. You know, by now, Frank will be back in Malawi, giving rides on his bicycle again, where life is a struggle, where access to health care and treatment for HIV is a struggle. For Frank, for hundreds of people at this conference around the country, for millions of people on this planet, access to HIV treatment and the human rights discussed at this conference, those things are thousands of miles away. I want to thank you for watching my vlog this week. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully we'll see you in 2 years at AIDS 2012 in Washington, D.C. Until then, please be well.